Where are we?
We are at Lake Yassi. The whole part is called Mangola. And we have Mikochini over there. And far in the distance is Endamaga, where my camp is located.
And where are we sitting now?
We're sitting on Mandageo, which is a little bit of a hill that you have to climb, quite steep. And we placed camera earlier here to follow our Mambo clan, which we actually found first time in Mambo Den, which is not far from here. And now they're at Kisimangira, so we took our cameras off, but I just love this place. It's a beautiful view and you can see so far.
Why is it special for you, this place, the hill?
The whole Mangola somehow reminded me of Etosha National Park when I came here. So I did my thesis in Etosha. I'm a vet. So, and when I came here to find my project site, I was like, that's Etosha. I feel like home. I always wanted to return to Namibia, never managed to do that. And we found tracks and we heard the hyena calling and we saw them. And yeah, so I decided Lake Yassi is my place.
And how did you end up on this hill?
On this hill here?
Yeah.
I think that was also the Hadzabe that brought us here. And Lily was tracking and found tracks of spotted hyena going up and down the hill. And it's actually very close to Kisimangira at the cave where we do our habitation right now. And it's not a wonder, it's just a few kilometers far away from Mambo Den and from Kisimangira. So they use it as a transfer route.
You decided to take on this project?
I actually fell in love with Africa 2002 with my first safari to Kenya. Then I obviously had to return, and then I started my vet study in 2002 and did many internships in Africa, for example, mostly in Namibia and in South Africa, USA. And so I was actually, first I was focused on cattle. I wanted to be a livestock veterinarian, and then I started with wildlife. And yeah, it's a long story. I mean, in Etosha I had my sample ground in Etosha, but I couldn't really finish my thesis in Namibia because I needed like high-tech laboratory equipment. So I had to return to Stuttgart. And after my way actually brought me to different positions, like a CEO for a sales company that equip veterinarians for their practice and clinic. Then I changed and moved back to Berlin and worked as a PR and marketing or communication manager in a small animal clinic in Hannover, but home-based. And finally I actually ended up at Bayer AG as a global regulatory strategist, which was awesome. I really loved that job. So I had like a full-time job plus taking care for my mom, because I was really fighting that she can stay at home and not go in a senior home. So that was 4 years until she died. And I actually was in a burnout, to be fair and honest. I mean, 100 hours per week plus the emotional stress that you have when you have always in the background that feeling like what can happen in the next minute, how will the next day look like. And yeah, actually I booked a safari 4 weeks after her funeral. I left Berlin for Tanzania. And that was actually good. That was my best therapy that I could do to myself, because I always wanted to return to Africa. And now it's Tanzania. I mean, I really loved it when I saw it the first time. It was amazing. And after I returned, my driver, he was very helpful. So he put me in contact with people. He discovered, run projects in Tanzania. One was the warden of Kumasi National Park. So I worked with him together on a proposal for a grant. It was the SOS Rapid Action Plan during Corona, when all the parks were running down and they had a huge financial gap. And then it turned out, yeah, they need an NGO. So I started to implement my NGO while I was in Berlin. And then I returned again in August for 5 months and was already, yeah, like looking for a project site, you know, discover how to get my permits in place and a project car, whatever. So everything took quite a long time. I had to return to get everything packed and ready in Berlin. And then I came for good in April 22. I remember, it's probably the best description. My mom always said, when I see you on pictures in Africa, you look happy.